Jerry Rice's NFL career is the most impressive in NFL history, if you ask me. I'm going to give you the long version of the story, how I got here. One of my favorite things in the NFL Madden video game. I'm saying that in case anybody doesn't know that Madden is an NFL video game, because I want it to be clear. One of my favorite things is you pick a receiver in the franchise mode, and you try to break every single receiving record with him. You just kind of feed him the ball. It's more complicated than that, but you pick a guy you like, the most talented guy, and you try to break all the records with him. You try to break the most touchdowns in a game, most touchdowns in a season, catches, yards, whatever. It's fairly straightforward. But I have given up on ever breaking the career receiving records in even a Madden NFL video game. Because Jerry Rice's records are just impossible to break, even in a video game. It's never going to happen. He finished his career with 22,895 yards. 22,895 yards receiving, 197 receiving touchdowns, and 1,549 catches. It's unbelievable. I want people to think about trying to break Jerry Rice's receiving records. 197 touchdown catches. Only 3 guys in the NFL last year had 10 catches or more. 2 guys had 10 touchdown catches. Kenny Golladay had 11 touchdown catches. But my point is that getting 10 touchdown catches in a year is a big deal. It's rare. In order to break Jerry Rice's record, you'd have to get 10 touchdown catches 20 years in a row. That's to break the 197 record he has. That's insane. That's unbelievable. How about 22,895 yards? That's 1,000 receiving yards for over 22 seasons consecutively. Either that or you do 1,500 yards for 15 years, and then you still wouldn't break the record. You'd have 22,500 yards receiving. Then you think about, okay, so touchdowns, yards. Oh, and Jerry Rice also has 1,549 catches, 1,549 catches in his career. Only 5 players had over 100 catches last year. One of them was Christian McCaffrey, a running back. It's also not easy to get 100 catches. To break or even get near the amount of catches Jerry Rice had in his career, you would need 100 catches for 15 years in a row. I can't even do that in a video game. Usually my guys get old and retire before I can get there. It's unbelievable. Jerry Rice's receiving records are never, ever, ever going to be broken. I want that to be very clear. His records are unbelievable. What's even more interesting is we're about to add another NFL game to the season. The NFL season is going to go from 16 games to 17, and I still don't believe anybody can break those records that Jerry Rice has put in the record book. If anybody ever does break those records, I'll be shocked. But right now, everybody's fighting for that number 2 spot. And I know I didn't even mention that Jerry Rice played with Joe Montana and Steve Young, 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. But I think the argument could be made, okay, maybe the reason why they were Hall of Fame quarterbacks is because they played with Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is unbelievable, and I just encourage you, go look at the records he put up, not to mention how many years he played for, the level he played at so consistently. He played in a different NFL with different rules. Jerry Rice, I've always known Jerry Rice is the kind of the god of receivers. He's the best receiver in NFL history. But if you dive into what he did in his career, it'll just blow your mind. Jerry Rice is unequivocally the best receiver of all time, and his numbers, I'm not much of a stats guy. I think they're easily skewed and kind of ridiculous. Jerry Rice's numbers speak for themselves. They're so good that even me, a guy who makes fun of stats and doesn't buy into them, has gone, okay, it's very clear. Jerry Rice's numbers are unbelievable.